Hello student, in this video we will see the question answer of the chapter number 10, light, refraction and reflection. The first question that define the principal focus of a concave mirror. The answer 1, the right ray that are parallel to the principal axis of a concave mirror that converge at a specific point on its principal axis after reflecting from the mirror. So this point is known as the principal focus of the concave mirror. Define the principal focus of concave mirror means from the figure, rule number 1, concave mirror, as I already explained in the explanatory part. When the light ray comes from the infinity, then these light ray are parallel to the principal axis of the concave mirror, and as we know that the concave mirror is a converged lens, so it is converged at a specific point on its principal axis after the reflecting from the mirror, and these all points gather at one point, so that point is known as a principal focus of the concave mirror. So your question is define the principal focus of a concave mirror. So the answer is light rays that are parallel to the principal axis of a concave mirror converge at a specific point on its principal axis after the reflecting from the mirror. This point is known as the principal focus of the concave mirror. Now let's see the second number question. The radius of a curvature of a spherical mirror is 20 cm. What is its focal length? Radius means R. Here the R is given, that is of 20 cm. So we have to find out the focal length of the mirror, means the f, small f we have to find out. As we know that the focal length is means R is the double of the focal length, or you can say the focal length is a half of the radius. So as we have the value of radius, R is equal to 20 cm. So the radius of a curvature of a spherical mirror is equal to 2 into focal length, means the R is equal to 2f. So here we have a value of R, but here we have to find out f. So this 2 is go down. So the f is equal to R by 2, means the 20 by 2 is equal to 10. Or directly also you can write down that the focal length of this mirror is a 10, because the focal length is half of the radius. So your answer is 10 cm. Let's see one more time. The radius of a curvature of a spherical mirror is a 20 cm. What is the focal length that we have to find out? So we have a R that is of a 20 cm. As we know that the R means the radius is the half of the focal length. So the answer should be a 10. But we have to write down equation that R is equal to 2f, means the radius of mirror R is equal to 2 into focal length. So the R is equal to 2f. Here we have to find out f. So the f is equal to R by 2 is equal to 20 divided by 2 is equal to 10 cm. Hence the focal length of the given spherical mirror is 10 cm. Now let's see the question number 3. The name the mirror that can give an erect and enlarged image of an object. So we have to identify the mirror who can give a erect and large image. So for that we have to recall that all the figure. So we came to know that the concave mirror, if we are keep our object between the pole and principal focus, in such a condition we get the erect and enlarged image. So when an object is placed between the pole and the principal focus of a concave mirror, the image form is virtual, erect and the enlarged one. The last figure of the uh, last case, when we are keeping our object between the pole and the principal focus. So at that time we get the image at the same side of the mirror, and in that the actual meeting of the ray is not occur. So we have to draw the imaginary line. So in such a case we get the virtual, erect and the enlarged image. So the question is, name the mirror that can give an erect and the enlarged image of an object. So the answer is, when an object is placed between the pole and the principal focus of the concave mirror, the image formed is virtual, erect and the enlarged. Now let's see the next question. Why do we prefer a convex mirror as a rear view mirror in vehicles? Means why we are using convex mirror in rear view of mirror of the vehicle. While explaining the application of the convex mirror, at that time these questions answer I already give, that this kind of mirror are used for the rear view of the vehicle. Why? Because the convex mirror give a virtual, erect and the diminished image of the object which is placed in the front of them. So they are preferred as a rear view mirror in the vehicle. Because, and the another property is that it is easily cover the wider area, and it is also help to allow the see the most of the traffic which is behind them. So it is preferable to use convex mirror as a rear view mirror in vehicle. So your question is, why do we prefer a convex mirror as a rear view mirror in vehicles? So the answer is, convex mirror give a virtual, erect and the diminished image of the object placed in front of them. They are preferred as a rear view mirror in a vehicle because they give a wider field of view which allows the driver to see most of the traffic behind him. That's why it is preferable to use convex mirror as a rear view mirror in vehicle. Now let's see the page number 171 question answer. The first question, find the focal length of a convex mirror whose radius of curvature is 32 centimeter. Here the R is given. R means the radius of curvature, that is of 32, and we have to find out the focal length. As we see in the first question, that the focal length is a R is equal to, means the radius of curvature is equal to a double of focal length, and direct if we want to find out the focal length, then it is a half of the radius. So if we do the half of 32, then we get the 16. So your answer is 16 centimeter. But while asking in examination, we should write down the formula, and we have to also show that how the answer is came. So first of all, write down the radius of curvature given data, that the radius of curvature R is equal to 32 centimeter. Radius of curvature is equal to, what's the formula of R? R is equal to 2F, 2 into focal length. But in the question we have to find out the focal length. So the F is equal to R by 2. So the 32 divided by 2. So our answer is 16 centimeter. Hence the focal length of the given convex mirror is a 16 centimeter. Let's see one more time. Find the focal length of a convex mirror whose radius of curvature is 32 centimeter. So the radius of curvature R is equal to 32 centimeter. Radius of curvature's formula 2 into focal length means the R is equal to 2F. So the F is equal to R divided by 2. So the 32 divided by 2. So we get the 16 centimeter. Now let's see the question number 2. A concave mirror produces a 3 times magnified means enlarged real image of an object placed at the 10 centimeter in front of it. Where is the image located? Here we have to find out the location of the image, means we have to find out V. First of all, what kind of things are given? Here the answer M is given. M means the magnification. That is given. How many times? 3. So the magnification is 3. Another thing that is given, whatever we get the image, that is of real image. And we kept our object at the 10 centimeter in front of it. So where is the image located? We have to find out V. As we have a formula of magnification, M is equal to height of the image divided by the height of the object is equal to a minus image distance divided by object distance, means V by U. So we can write down this as a formula. M is equal to H1, Hi means the height of the image and Ho means the height of object, minus V by U means the image distance and the object distance. Let the height of the object H0 यानी कि it's a height of the object is equal to H. The height of the image is Hi is equal to minus 3H. Why? Because here the image is formed real, in which case we get the real image when the concave mirror is there. So in that condition we have to take minus, and here as a give that whatever we get the image, it's a 3 times enlarged than the object. So that's why we are write down minus 3H. So if we are keeping our value over here, minus 3H divided by H is equal to minus V by U. So here H is cancelled, V by U is equal to 3. Means the M is equal to 3, that already given in the data. Now the object distance means we have to find out U. U is equal to minus 10 centimeter. It's already given. Here you can see that the object is placed at the 10 centimeter in front of it. So the U is given minus 10. V is equal to, here we have to find out V. So U is multiplied with this 3. So the V is equal to minus 30 centimeter. Means the image that we get, that is a distance from the pole, it's a 30 centimeter. And this minus sign which is indicate that the image that we get, it is an inverted one. And this mirror is a concave mirror, as I told you. Let's see one more time. Directly also you can write down, here the magnification is given 3. So here you can write down is equal to 3 directly. Magnification produced by a spherical mirror is given by the relation M is equal to height of the image divided by height of the object is equal to minus image distance divided by the object distance. So mathematical way, M is equal to Hi divided by Ho is equal to minus V by U. Let the height of the object Ho is considered H, and then the height of the image Hi is considered minus 3H. Why minus 3H we are taken? Because in the question already given, the image is formed, it is a 3 times magnified than the object. That's why. So we get the M means the V by U 3. So here we have the value of U. that is of minus 10. It is 10 only, but we are keeping minus. Why we are using minus? Because in the question already mentioned the real image is there, and the real image when we get, if we are using the concave mirror, in that condition only we are getting the real image. So we are taking a u as a minus 10 and v is equal to 3 into u, yani ki v in 3 into minus 10, so is equal to minus 30 centimeter. So here the negative sign indicate that an inverted image is formed at the distance of 30 centimeter in front of given concave mirror. In next video we will carry forward